Guess who's in the mood to talk about books? Hi, bookish besties. How are you? I've missed you. I have been a little bit MIA because I had family visiting over. My mom and my aunt were here, my tia. And yeah, I was not reading. I have not touched a book in the past week that much. Well, that changed on Monday because they went back home. But I just felt like coming and talking to you about the bookish activities that have been happening since they left and since the beginning of the month. Actually, I do have a couple of books that I finished that I have to do my little short reviews for. And I also wanted to take advantage of this to do my booktube newbie tag kind of thing, so you get to know me a little bit more. And I have been on and off posting for for like 2 years, but I'm still a newbie, and now that I'm doing this more consistently, I would like to do it, so why not? So before I do that, I want to just show you the books that I'm reading, then the books that I finished, and all of that good stuff. So the books that I am currently reading, I am reading still forever Eliza, what's her name? I forgot. It's Boy Parts. And yeah, I'm not sure still if I like it or not. I do that one on my Kindle before bed sometimes, and I'll keep you posted. I'm not sure yet. It's very long and it feels it's dark too, which is nothing negative because I love dark, but yeah, I'll keep you posted on that one. That's on my Kindle. Then I'm also reading, I think, something Grace, Amazing Grace, something like that, because I do have a goal of reading all of Jenna's book club thing, and that's one of them. So I'm reading that one as well. And I am also reading physically and loving so far Theo of Golden. This is not a genre I typically read. I think this is Christian fiction. It's a very feel good book about an old man in a small town in Georgia, I believe. And so far, so good. I really like it. I'm in chapter 17, so I'll keep you posted on that one as well. But again, feel good so far, very cute. And then I'm also reading Chuck Tingle's Lucky Day. This is stunning, and this is without the cover. This is a horror book, and so far I am only just started it. I'm by chapter, I think chapter 2. The chapters are very long, so that's where I'm by right now. It's my first book by him, but I do have other books by him on my shelf. And yes, I like it. I really like it. It's very unique. And this is about a type A woman that works in probability and I don't know what. My girl math is not enough for whatever this one is about yet. But again, just a very nitpicky, detail oriented probabilities professor, something like that. She's 27. She's super cool. I love our main character so far. And yeah, I'll let you know how this one ends up, but I'm liking it so far. Then I do have my 2 most recent reads that I'll be filming my short review for, and I will come talk to you about these on my monthly recap. But we have When We Lost Our Heads by Heather O'Neill. This is a historical fiction horror girl, weird girl lit type of thing. Very inspired in, I believe, maybe Marie Antoinette. And yeah, I like did I like it? I did like it, the first half of it. I think it was a lot of telling and little showing. It's set in Canada, in Montreal, and I don't know, I liked it, but this I had higher expectations for. This is too long, way too long, and it ended up just going nowhere for me. I did like the first half. I did finish it, so yeah, I'll do a review on that. Then we have King of Ashes. This is by S.A. Cosby. This is an author that I always like his books. Always like his books. If I read an S.A. Cosby, I know I'm gonna give it like 4 stars. And this one, unfortunately, is my least favorite of his, but it's still such a cinematic, action-packed, gruesome story, and his writing is so good that I, again, finished it, enjoyed it, and yeah, just my least favorite of the ones that I have read of him so far, which have been Razor Blade Tears and Blacktop Wasteland, something like that. Both of those I gave 4 stars to, and I really liked. This one I would say like 3.5, but still a very good book. And The Other Valley that I already reviewed, also finished this one so far this month, and this is sci-fi. This was pretty cool as a concept. execution not so much. So that is that. And now I will do my get to know me booktube newbie tag thing. Sorry, my brain is mush. Corporate is corporating this week, so my 9 to 5 is making me a little brain mushy. But yeah, let's do that. Let's get to know me a little bit. I made myself this little, what do you call this, index card with cute little sticker and the questions that I wrote on it. So the first one says, "Why did you start this channel?" Basically, I have always loved, I'm about to be 37, so I grew up with YouTube and consuming it. It's been my favorite, um, I wouldn't call it social media, but yeah, my favorite place to consume content for a long, long time. And I had like a beauty and outfit of the day channel back in like 2010 that maybe I should have stuck to, but I couldn't afford it back then. I had to go to school and work. And yeah, that was very fun. I always loved YouTube. And I created then a bookstagram in 2019. So I really loved the community that I had there. I really loved growing that and talking about books. And then I started my own bookmark little business that I have on Etsy during in 2020 during COVID. And that was really, really exciting and fun. But then Instagram just changed. So for me lately it became such a like dark place and somewhere where I did not feel joy anymore going into that app and what it was doing to my creativity when it comes to reviewing books and stuff. So I pretty much quit Instagram, and since I have been creating videos here for like about a year, I decided to come back and kind of take it seriously this time and just stick to here, posting here. I was always very consistent in bookstagram, and so yeah, I brought this consistency here, and I'm excited to talk to you about books just exclusively here now. So that's why I created this channel. What are some fun and unique things that you can bring to booktube? I would say I wouldn't call it fun and unique, but I think that what I pride myself when it comes to this hobby is the fact that I do read very diverse like genres and stuff. I read everything and I read a lot. I don't have this is my main hobby. I really prioritize reading when I'm not working or adulting. So I this is something I really love to do, and I love to talk about books. So you will always have like very honest reviews and very consistent reviews because I have I'm always reading. So I'll always be here talking about books. It says, "What are you most excited about?" Growing the community here. That's something that I loved in Bookstagram that I kind of lost now that I quit it. I've been off of Instagram. I deleted the app like over a month ago. Best decision ever, by the way, but I do miss the community and the friends that I made there that I don't have their cell phones for. So yeah, most of my really good friends I kept in touch with, so that's fine. But yeah, I'm excited about building community here with you guys. So thank you so much for being here. That means a lot. And it says, "Why do you love reading?" I have always, always loved reading. I grew up in Cuba, and in the 90s, like access to books there, it's almost non-existent. We did have access to Cuban literature. We had access to classics, and but it's very limited. And I'm sure now it's even more limited. But in the 90s, when I was growing up, it was very limited. So I got into reading because the books that I did get my hands on when I was young just transported me to, I'm sure all of you can relate. As a reader, you can escape your reality, and my reality was very good. I was a child, so I wasn't aware of all the challenges that my mom was facing growing up in that country, but it did keep me entertained. There was only one channel there growing up. It was before phones and before a lot of things. So yeah, it was my little escape, and that's why I fell in love with it. I have been a reader since I can remember, since I was like 4. My great aunt was a librarian. My grandma, may she rest in peace, was a reader. So I had that influence. My mom doesn't read at all, but I did get that influence from my great aunt and my grandma. So yeah, I've always read. I love reading. It's my favorite hobby, and it's something that I have never stopped doing since I was like 4. So yeah, I love books. What book got you into reading? I would say the children's classics. We did have access to those in the libraries there. So anything from like Black Beauty, Treasure Island. I remember the names in Spanish, but it's Black Beauty, Little Women, Treasure Island, maybe Jungle Book. All those books really got me into reading. And what when did you start reading? Oh yeah, so I answered this already when I was very young. It says, where do you read? I read anywhere and everywhere. I read before bed. I read during lunch on my couch. I read audiobooks. I read on my Kindle. I read when I am out and about, when I'm traveling. I'm always reading. What kinds of books do you like to read? So this one has changed over the years. When I was young, I used to love Agatha Christie, R.L. Stein, which, fun fact, he's slid into my DMs in 2022 because of my bookmark business, and I had some bookmarks of him made. So this is a highlight of my bookish life. So I used to love reading him, reading Stephen King, Dean Koontz, all of those till I was like in my teens. Then in my early 20s, I got into Sophie Kinsella and like romantic kind of things that didn't last too long. And that's when I read the least because I was in college. So, but yeah, those. And then I got into thrillers. Just, I used to read a lot of thrillers and horror. I always loved horror too. But then in recent years, thrillers have just gotten a lot of very repetitive, in my opinion, for me. And if you're a thriller reader, you may relate to the fact that sometimes maybe you start guessing the endings and they start being predictable because how many twists can you come up with when there's so much saturation in the genre? So I have gotten into weird girl lit, and lately I have fallen in love back again with all the classics that I read as a kid or as a young woman, and I'm rereading a lot of the main ones and also reading a lot of classics that I was not aware they even existed. So it's been excited, it's been fun, and maybe I'll do a video where I show you all the classics that I have read in the past kind of like year and a half since I started this goal. But yeah, that's a little bit of a get to know me. And if you have any additional questions, let me know in the comments. I would love to know um, where you're watching me from, what books do you like to read, what language do you read in, or anything that you want to tell me. I would love to create this community, be friends. So thank you so much for watching. And yes, I think that's all that I have for you guys today. See you on the next one. Bye bye.